By and large, banks are doing okay, but branches are going to have to change how they approach, how they interact with customers and their value proposition. So customers are used to doing things online, and there's no turning back the clock. One banker was quoted in saying that this is like a time machine for the banking sector. So much progress compressed into just the past several months with everything moving online. So specifically with customers, you want them to be able to send in their loan application online as well as doing other interactions online. You want to be able to interact with them using really efficient processes. And these are some pretty big challenges. Now, as I mentioned before, our company focus on doing automation platforms. And what we learn is what really works is putting customers and lenders in driver's seat as we bring everything together. So specifically when we say automation, we don't mean, hey, you put in a loan and everything automatically gets underwritten. It doesn't quite work like that. There's so much value in the bankers actually underwriting and understanding. And the way we think about automation is augmenting what bankers do the best and really stay behind the scenes to do the manual work and really to make everything more efficient. So bringing it back to what we said earlier about branches and the value proposition for branches. We think branches are really about focusing on relationships going forward. When a customer is coming into the branch, you want to spend time hand-holding, you want to spend time understanding their business and understanding how exactly they want out of the banking relationship. So it's very important to rethink the branch approach and how and the value proposition that branches bring to the banking relationship. I want to go over a quick summary of how community banks help businesses during the coronavirus. So the first way is through the PPP loan. Keep in mind, customers, they really remember when their community banks come through for them for the PPP loan. In fact, I know a number of small businesses that switch banks from national banks over to community banks precisely because they were able to get PPP loans when the big banks for a while were just focused on mega businesses. This is something that really creates customer loyalty. All right, the next way in how community banks have been able to help is by looking at the current loans and do payment deferments. Keep in mind the FDIC encourages accommodations. For these loans that have loan modifications, as long as they're done prudently, they are not reported as overdue. Next, you also have the possibility of doing rate reduction on loan products. For example, the Washington Federal Bank offer a revolving 5-year business line of credit up to $200,000. For the first 90 days, it's interest-free, available to businesses impacted by COVID-19. This is one example, but it's certainly not unique, and we've seen several other institutions who do this as well. Next way in how community banks have been assisting small businesses is by increasing credit lines, which can be done on an existing business line of credit or new ones, depending on the institution. So I have some examples here that are banks that are increasing small business credit lines for their customers. First one is Brattleboro Savings and Loans in Vermont. So they are offering business customers the ability to increase their credit lines during the crisis. Another example, Primary Bank in New Hampshire. They have been offering small business customers with increasing ability to increase their line of credit and also ability to increase the draw on existing lines.